Hello, I'm Rex Basterfield, and this is a short video about my Quilcom Director. The idea behind the Director came from a member of a Flowstone forum called Mayo. I tried to find a pre-existing plugin or plugins which actually provide this function and failed to do so, but I'm sure I'm going to get lots of messages saying, oh, plugin XYZ does that, it's no big deal. But we'll see, and here you go anyway. So what is this idea? Simply, you have a stereo input into the director and two stereo outputs, and the incoming signal is routed to the two outputs depending on the signal level. So at low signal levels it will go to the low stereo output, and at high signal levels it will go to the high stereo output. The idea being is you can process each output separately with independent effects according to your imagination. So to offer a quick demo of just one of millions of possibilities, I've set this up in Reaper so that the microphone comes into here, goes into the director. The two stereo outputs go into these two tracks here, and I've applied an echo to the high signal levels and a reverb to the low signal levels. So I'll unmute these tracks. Now you can hear the reverb on the quiet signals, and if I go loud, you hear the echo. Quiet, you hear the reverb. Loud. I think I've got a bit of clip in there, but never mind. So that's one possibly silly use for it, but it does demonstrate the principle involved. And if you imagine, you could have different EQ for louder levels and quieter levels, or you could have any effects such as chorus on the low levels and phasing at the high levels. So any effects or effects chains can be used. One thing that you might like to try is using this level detector to control dynamics. So I made this little companion plugin called the Quilcom HighLow, which processes the gain for the low level signals and the high level signals separately. That of course means that you can expand transients or create a sort of compression, although the behavior of this paired system is a little bit different to a conventional compressor or expander, which in the user guide I go into in a bit more detail. The advantage of using the Quilcom HighLow is that it already has the two stereo inputs that you need and one stereo output, so it's just a case of clicking on these boxes in Reaper. Of course, your own DAW may have different requirements for routing. So I dropped a very simple drum pattern into the track, and so I'll just play around with the settings a little bit so you can hear some of the results. We can match the peak value with the gain control. If you wanted to operate quickly, you can turn the bias down and the gain up, and then you can make the high volume levels louder for increasing the transients. You can get silly, of course. Or we can reduce the maximum gain. And return to 0 to get back to where we were before and reset. There we go. That's some idea of the sort of dynamic effects you can get with this combination of the director and the high-low. An additional feature of the director is that you have stereo sidechain input, or you can use mono, and a single sidechain output. So with the sidechain inputs, you can control the distribution or the direction of the effects signal from an alternative track or signal source, and you can use the sidechain output to control anything else that you wish to control with a sidechain output. So this is the part of the video where I say please read the user guide to get all the background information on these controls and how they interact and what some of the things do that I haven't talked about here. And I have no idea whether this is going to be of any use to anybody, because I don't make music, I don't mix, I don't master, so maybe it'll inspire some creativity, or maybe not, I don't know. But let's hope it's of some use to somebody. So until the next time, bye.